My name is Joe Rothermel. The farm is in southern Champaign County. It's a corn, soybeans, wheat rotation, and I've been farming since about 1995. The STAR program was developed, it was basically a grassroots type program developed by farmers, for farmers, and so we've had a lot of farmer involvement in the process of developing it, from designing the field form, the verification process, through the whole process. We've tried to keep farmers involved so it is farmer friendly. I host a lot of field days, and we've dug a lot of soil pits, and we could see changes in the soil, the physical soil structure, water infiltration, organic matter channels going up and down, root channels and things like that. I think what we have seen is less ponding. A lot of the ponds, we have a lot of low ground, a lot of drummer soil that tends to pond, shrinking down of some of those ponds. And if you can reduce, replant and damage crop from water, that results in better yields. That's the main reason I wanted to start growing cover crops, was to try and minimize some of that standing water that we get in a wet spring. I was influenced by a speaker at the National No-Till Conference. That's how I took interest in it, and it was Dr. Joe Rothermel from Western Illinois University. He gave a talk on cover crops and some of the benefits, and I was at the conference and I called my dad and I said, we need to try this, and he was all in. And so then we just started experimenting. I went to a lot of meetings, a lot of conferences. There's a guy in Southern Illinois, Terry Taylor. He was my mentor. He really helped me a lot as far as picking varieties, how to plant, when to plant, things like that. So you really need somebody, you really need a mentor to help you. I think it's beneficial. The early adopters are willing to take a little more risk and try things. A lot of those are innovators, they're very progressive. The middle adopters are less willing to take risk. Some of the financial benefits of the way that I farm, I think, come from our reduced tillage practices. We no-till beans, strip-till corn, so we make less trips across the field, burning less fuel, less time, and we also don't have to own some of that equipment, which is pretty expensive. So if we can get comparable yields to conventional farming without some of those input costs, I think that's a benefit. I feel kind of like my farm is an experiment, and so we're still learning, and I stay away from trying to tell somebody how they should farm, because we've got a lot of fabulous farmers in the area who are doing a really good job. I would just offer that maybe we can save a few passes through the field from doing things like no-till or strip-till and achieve the same yields. I think that's a pretty good starting point. Just the basics. Yeah, I don't think any farmer wants any government type of regulation or anybody to tell them how to farm. Farmers are very independent, and so that's one of the things we're trying to avoid. We'd like to do all these things on a voluntary basis instead of having someone tell us how to do it. So that's part of the driver behind the STAR program. We get more people involved and learning and practicing some of these new ways to farm. Hopefully we can avoid that. I think what I would want the consumer to know is that we are working on trying to find ways to farm that reduce the environmental impact from ag. We're trying to find ways to grow food where we're efficient in our use of fertilizers and chemicals and tillage, so that we can keep growing food indefinitely, but yet not have water that's has excess nutrients in it, and safe, and also have clean air. We're working on it. It may take a while, but we know what's going on, and what environmental issues there are, and we're trying to address those, and at the same time grow food.